What is your recipe for success? How much is risk? How much is luck? How much is expertise? And how much is location?
Well, let's start with location. Location, yes, Brazil, because Brazil, for the last 20 years, Brazil was very much involved in financial engineering, like America. I think America is paying a big price for these excesses, extra leveraging or excessive leveraging. Brazil has done a little bit the same, with one difference. We have done our TARP in '97. So we went through a complete bank reform, So and since then, we've been having fiscal discipline, trade surpluses, and now after the second term of President Lula, we are 16 years into this. Really, we have consolidated this process. People have not invested in infrastructure, which is what we do, in efficient power generation, logistics like ports that we're building. So, as I said, Brazil is a gigantic opportunity to arbitrage inefficiencies. Brazil's largest story is offshore, and it's $1 trillion story. So, because of one big monopoly, having had control over this since 50 years ago, we de facto broke the Petrobras monopoly in 2007 when we stepped up. And the big surprise is really that it's so rich because it was really untapped.
Now tell me a little bit about this latest project. This morning we went to visit the Superport. It's under construction, industrial complex. This is also a story about Brazil's relationship with China. Tell me a bit about this.
It's actually a mega logistic complex to allow companies finally to come to Brazil, manufacture things here. The Chinese connection may be linked to bulk commodities, right? To lots of oil that Brazil will continue to export, iron ore, ethanol. Right. Yes, and for which we have designed the port to receive the largest ships in the world, 400,000-ton Chinamexes.
Probably one of the biggest opportunities going forward is the consumption in Brazil. That's the market you're looking at.
People want to participate in China because of a gigantic consumer market. People like India because of a gigantic consumer market in India. The same story goes for Brazil, with one difference for Americans is that we're very much like America. Look at us. I mean, people think I'm a gringo here in Brazil. Here, projects can give you 15-20% returns unleveraged. So this is the real world. And the gigantic pent-up demand because people need still to buy their first home, their first car, their first television.
Well, I've read that you're fairly superstitious. Could you talk to me about that?
I use a lot the number 63 because it was a number that I used in my race boats, and I won the Brazilian Championship, the American Championship, and the World Championship with the 63 number. So most of my contracts, even though there's a large number, at the end there's 63. Even if it's 63 cents, doesn't matter.
Where's Eike Batista putting his money? I want to put my money there too. What's your advice to investors? Where should they put their money?
Brazil. I'm betting full on Brazil for the next 10, 20 years.